I'll very quickly introduce all of you to one of my very dearest friends, and we share a lot of things. We have a lot of similarities in terms of what our thoughts, our alignment, our like vision for the industry. And so Vinod ji is also pursuing his PhD in direct selling, and uh, whenever we talk, we have a lot of things to talk about. And of course, with the support of I'm sure that with people like Vinodji around, the industry is destined for great future. Without much uh, delay, I hand over the center stage to you, Vinodji. So please welcome, and please enlighten the students with your words of wisdom. So we have 8 students in all in this current batch. Uh, but as you know that a revolution comes or starts with just one person. So all of them are revolutionaries. So over to you, Vinod.
Thank you very much, Kamalji. And it has been always a privilege. And I feel it's very proudful moment for me to speak to people like you. And this is the most important hour for me when it comes to this month also, because I feel great to talk to people like you. My name is Vinod. I think I can speak in English, because Hindi I am not that good. Though I will try to, I can understand Hindi, but I may not be able to speak in Hindi. But I will try to speak in small English, little, simple English, because I know only simple English. So, as I was introduced by your great teacher, my name is Vinod, and I belong to Kerala, exactly very near to Namboothiri Airport, Cochin Airport. And right now I am 49 years old, and I was involved in this industry right from the beginning, 1996 when it started, though I didn't know anything about it. But I made it a point that I should touch base this industry, at least as a part-timer. So all these years, it was great. And I could retire and I could become financially free around 45 years. So for the last 4 years, I am enjoying financial freedom. Financial freedom in the sense, never think that I'm enjoying an American lifestyle. No, it's not like that. So by financial freedom, what I say is that I need not work anymore to maintain the lifestyle that I currently enjoy. And for me, I belong to a village, and my father was a temple priest, and my mother was a teacher in a government school. So I was born and brought up in a lower middle class Brahmin family. I was good in studies, so I could complete my SSLC. We call 10th standard in distinction, then degree mathematics, and then from the age of 20, I was involved in sales and marketing. I started off as a medical representative, then became a manager, and then when people shifted from sales to the pharmaceutical business to insurance, I also shifted from pharma to insurance sector, where personal selling was more of individual. Personal selling was very important, and for that training was a very important role. So I could join as a trainer, then training manager, and I was heading Tata AIG for a period of time for the state, and then Max New York Life for 4 states, and I was a vice president for a financial company, Muthoot. You must have heard about that name. So I was a vice president training and development for that company for a long period of time, and finally I was heading a vertical for Reliance life insurance in the state of Kerala for the south. And that was a time when I actually became full-timer with network marketing, because my income started flowing much higher than the salary that I was enjoying. So I became a full-timer with network marketing. So in a way, I can say that I didn't take any kind of risk that is associated with network marketing. As people say, I took a risk and jumped into network marketing. Nothing happened like that. For me, it was a very smooth and, it was not smooth to work. There was a lot of hurdles, a lot of problems in between when it comes to the building business and things like that. Otherwise, what I did was very, very normal course, a usual course. And in between, I got government jobs that I didn't join. You could say that it was a risk, but considering the kind of skills, talents, and the kind of experience that I got from sales and marketing, and the kind of money and salary and position that I used to enjoy, it was very easy for me to say no to government job. Considering that the salary and pension, sacrificing the entire life for salary and pension was not my way of thinking. So you can say that that is the only period where that is the only decision that people can say that I took a risk in that way. Otherwise, if you ask me the reason for success, I would say it was not the risk. I started doing things in the proper manner, so I started getting the results. So that was my story in a brief. This thing, 1996, nobody knew what to do. But how I entered into the industry, I would like to tell you, because I was one of the youngest managers in a pharmaceutical company called Ranbaxy. Now Ranbaxy is not there; it was sold to many companies, and then Sun Pharmaceutical took over. That time, Ranbaxy was the #1 Indian company when I was working. So I was one of the young managers in that company, and I used to enjoy all privileges of a young manager in that company. And one day, one cardiologist showed me the ESBI, Employee Self-Employment Business Investment Quadrants of Robert Kiyosaki, and encouraged me to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. So that book, when I started reading, and by the time I finished the book, one sitting I finished the book, because I used to read books. So in one sitting I read the book, and the person who started reading the book and the person who finished the book, entirely two different people, because that influenced me like anything. And in that book, there was one line recommendation for network marketing. So I was actually looking for such an opportunity. So when that opportunity entered in India in 1996, I was one of the first people to just get into that. Only for as Robert Kiyosaki says, only for the academic interest, only to develop my personality and communication and the leadership skills. I started entering into that as a part-time. I never wanted to make money out of it, but still it was like a academic interest for me initially. And then slowly, when I started, when these things started sinking in my head, then I took appropriate steps to upgrade myself, to read more books, to download what is happening, what is across the world, and how direct selling is evolved. It evolved, and how it started fighting in the courts to get the appropriate laws in place. So these things slowly started sinking in, and now things have changed. And whatever, when I look at your face, I would definitely say that you people are very lucky. And let me congratulate each and every one of you, because you have taken the right step. You have taken the right decision, because it is not only the direct selling industry and the kind of money or the kind of freedom that you are going to generate out of this. But for me, a person joining at the right place at the right time, that makes all the difference. When we started, it was the right decision, but the position was not right, because we never had laws in place. We never had any legal framework. We never had any real systems, except for few companies. There was no system. Just talking about products, joining people, how it works, and how we can build a team in a scientific manner. There was nothing, no structure, nothing. But now you look at the scenario. Last year was the biggest revolution, where the laws, especially direct selling law, got incorporated into consumer sector. Consumer law, and everything is now clean and clear. If you look at your first batch also, there was doctors in that batch. So you can see the kind of change that is happening in the perception also. Now we have enough social proof also around us. We have a lot of social proof. Earlier, we used to say that somebody in America used to enjoy like this. Tomorrow it will happen in India. So we never had anybody to show in India. Now you live India. Now you can see in any nook and corner of any state, you will find real heroes emerging out of this industry. So let me congratulate you once again for taking up this course at the right time. And you are at the right place also, because I know for sure that people behind this course are really they love people and they love this industry, and they clearly know what you people can do for the country. And in fact, we can do much better than any other industry to this country, because we are supporting each and every movement that is being projected by our Prime Minister. Maybe it's Skill India or Digital India, women empowerment, or supporting the entrepreneurship. You name anything, we are there. So we are in the forefront, and we are the torch bearers for the people to follow. And you have a great responsibility. As leaders, we have a very big responsibility to take the society from where it is now and to a place where it never has been. Right? It is not a personal ambition that you should follow. Being a part of this course, I really feel that you people are very serious, not only to make money, but make a real difference in the world. Am I right? So slowly, you should start with a personal ambition, but I hope, because I am sure that Dr. Kamal also will encourage you for that, and your all faculties will encourage you for that. It should start with a personal ambition, but at least when you end your journey, this ambition has to be converted into a global vision. So that is my wish and that is my prayer. And when we meet, I am sure someday I will come there and I'll spend some time with you. Last batch we had a real fun, and I really loved those people, and I'm sure, because people who join direct selling industry will have that kind of charisma and that kind of this thing, and we can spend some time together. We can sing, dance, and rejoice, because this industry is all about that. This industry is not about tension, pressure, and things like that. You be with people, and if you ask me, the blood of this industry, when you talk, I would definitely say it is communication, relationship, and leadership. Nothing else. This is not from any books. Let me tell you very clearly. It's from my personal experience. I am telling you, from my personal authenticity, I am telling you. It's all about leadership, but that leadership will happen here only when you have relationship with people, right? So if I have, for example, I'm seeing Somitra, Neha, Manish, and these people, and see, imagine I'm your leader, and I'm not communicating with you, and you are not communicating with me. So the chances of getting relation is very difficult, because I am not paying you. The relationship will happen only when we have thorough communication in place. So that is one point which I wanted to, maybe if you want to learn from maybe an expert on this, I would say that once you have a communication, because for every relationship, even if it is your son, mother, father, whatever, it is a management. Every day you have to manage. Don't think that just because somebody is your father, he will be like that always. No, it is your responsibility to make sure that that relationship is maintained properly on a daily basis. I'm telling you, on a daily basis. You need to call your parents, or you need to call your brothers, sisters, in order to, because when I say this, I'm sure you can relate with me. I'm sure that you can relate with me. So relationship is a responsibility, and relationship is a responsibility that to be managed on a daily basis, and communication is the foundation for that. So the communication will lead to relationship. Once I have a relationship with you, then I will start pushing you. in my leadership. I'll say, Neha, why you are not coming for the meeting? We were expecting you. This is not good for you, because I have already invested my love, affection, and my energy, time, everything into you. And you have clearly understood that this guy is investing a lot of time, energy, and resources for me. So then I can exercise that leadership with you. So now, in the basis, this is the basis. If products are the blood of the system, the bone and the flesh is communication, relationship, and leadership. So as you grow in that ladder, you will start enjoying more money, more freedom, and more team member, more strength. So that's a slow process. It's not as it's not a 100 meters race. You have to stay tuned. You should enjoy the process. In that process, you will have a lot of backache, headache, heartache. All those things will happen, and you have to grow through the problems. That's all. Even if you have completed your one year course, these things are waiting for you. These are all waiting for you, and you should enjoy the process. If you are in a gym, see, it's like a gym. It's not a a supermarket. What is the difference between supermarket and gym? Tell me. Supermarket, you go and you give some money and ask that product I want, then you will get it, right? But in a gym, if you go there and if you say that this is 5,000 rupees, I want a biceps here, then it will not happen. They will take the fees and they will say that every day morning you have to come here and then you have to go through the painful process of building your muscle. So this is like that. You should enjoy the process. But once you get the knack of it, and I'm sure you will, because the biggest problem for people that they are not getting the right perspective. They are not getting right perspective of this industry. So in fact, this 1 year course will save you years in that aspect. For example, I am the best example. I don't belong to any business family. So this is the first business that I ever entered, and no other business I have done. And I don't have courage also. I am not that good also, because I can just connect the communication into a ready-made system provided by the company. That is why this has become my business. Otherwise, I don't have that kind of capability to start a conventional business and run the business. Are you getting me? So the changing quadrants, I'm sure that somebody would have told you about the quadrants, employee quadrants, self-employed quadrants. So changing the quadrant is just like changing the entire philosophy, life philosophy. The biggest time I have taken to change that employee mindset from self-employed mindset to business mindset, it was very tough for me. That took years for me to get the right perspective, to get the clarity, because clarity is more important than confidence. If you have very big confidence without clarity, then you are a disaster. Because you will start driving with a big confidence. And imagine if you are a driver with a lot of confidence but not clarity, you will danger your life, and you will cause problems for the people who are joining with you, and then people who are in front of your vehicle also will get problem, right? So I was such a leader initially, I'm telling you. Even I had no clarity. I knew this is a big thing, and then I started talking some blah blah blah, and people also joined for some other reason, and I couldn't lead those people because even my clarity was not in proper shape. So it took me years together. If I had a course like this at that point of time, then instead of 45, I would have become financially independent by the age of 30. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy it. I was always enjoying the process, and I was getting what I wanted always. So, but I'm telling you, you will never know the kind of privilege that you have got compared to other people in the industry. You are the chosen few, very, very chosen few. So, anything else that I need to, because this is my little story, Kuti story, like that, that famous song by Vijay, Kutti story, little story, small story. So nothing big about it. I have thousands of people like me have become successful. Right now, I am working. I am associated with the Modi Care, and I am one among the top 100 earners in the country. And in Kerala state, if you look at it, I am one among the top 3 earners. And leading a very simple life. Still, I am in a village only. I am talking to you sitting in a village. I didn't move from village to town, and I don't enjoy a Western lifestyle. Very simple life. Being a local Brahmin, we take vegetarian food only. Simple idli, dosha. That is my life. Rice, sambar, chutney. And the biggest advantage of this industry is that it gave me a lot of time, and I am pursuing my studies. Along with my PhD, this thing, I completed my LLB also. At the age of 36, I started my post-graduations. I took 3 post-graduation in philosophy, in psychology, and in management. And then again, as your teacher said, I started pursuing entrance exam for PhDs. And finally, I got through. 2019, I started my preparation. 2020, I got through. And by the end of next year, I am expecting a management PhD, that also in network marketing. And so this industry allowed me to pursue my studies. Now I am going for a shuttle coaching. I had stopped my play during my final year. I had represented Mahatma Gandhi University at that point of time, and there was a long gap, so I wanted to pursue again. I am looking at veterans tournaments, maybe after 5 years. By that time, I will complete my 55 years. So I want to seriously involved in that kind of this thing. And from 9 to 11, I am learning spoken Hindi because my team has spread across Maharashtra and all these places. I can understand Hindi. I enjoy Hindi movies, but इतना अच्छा नहीं हूं मैं. हिंदी में बातचीत करने का मौका नहीं मिलता है यहाँ केरला में. So I want to improve that. So these things I am able to do, simple things I am able to do because of the freedom that I got from this industry. And this is, it's a life-changing industry, and it has changed thousands of people. Across the world, it has changed lakhs of people. And no other industry in the world has created the kind of millionaires that we have created. And in India, if you ask me, in India, it will not just simply end with some people making money and billionaires. In India, we have a very spiritual, rich soil, and our climate is spiritual. Even a beggar, if you ask what you want, he will say, "Mocham, I want liberation." And in only one country it happens. So India is very rich with this spiritual climate, and definitely some of the people will get enlightenment through network marketing, because I'm sure about it, because those roots are already there. So in India, it will not stuck with some Siddharthas. Siddharthas will progress into Buddha. I hope you understand. In all other countries, it created only Siddharthas. Siddhartha was very rich. Mahavira was very rich. If you look at Indian monks, they were all from rich families. So that will happen again in India. So we will catch back the old peacock. We were the rich people. 350 years back, we were the richest country in the world, inside and outside. Even inside we are rich, and outside we are picking up. Now you can see the change happening. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, these BRICS countries are going to drive the entire world, and we are the youngest nation in the world. We are around 30 years, if I am not mistaken, between 25 to 30. That is the kind of average age of an Indian right now. So naturally, we have everything to lead the world, and we should do our own role in whatever we do to help this country to grow. And I am doing it through network marketing, because I never feel that any other industry can touch people in that way. Very, very deep. Not only making money, but entire personality. His way of, his way of outlook, everything will change. Everything will change. So I hope you people will become Siddharthas and later on Buddhas. So any questions from your side? Because I am here only. I am ready to be. Kamalji, was it audible?
Right, sir. Yes, sir. So I do not know. So we have a challenge at our end. But I could hear you, so that's why I switched off my camera, and so that I could listen to what you were saying.
Sanyam Chowdhury wants to speak.
So Sanyam, please do that. So just give me 1 minute. I'll no participants. Okay, so you can unmute yourself, Sanyam. So whether Sanyam, are you there?
Yes, Sanyam is there, but I don't know whether he is familiar with the. You can unmute and speak, Sanyam.
No, he's familiar with the system. It's not like that. We have so. Chalo, Sanyam.
Okay.
Yes, now I think.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, very much, Sanyam.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming and sharing your experiences with us. Thank you so much. And I want to ask one thing, that what is one thing that get you motivated every time at every stage of life, like you keep moving, keep growing in your life? And second question I want to ask is what is your daily schedule, if you can share?
What keeps me motivated is that, what to say, I am a believer of Sadguru and I am a devotee of Sadguru. So once the Guru happened in your life, then I think you are at his mercy. Because I don't know how far you will relate with that, but since you asked me a very personal question, what motivates you? I understand that the ultimate freedom is that you become the freedom, because the ultimate liberation is something which you become the universe, you become the freedom. So that is the highest possibility of a human being. Whatever external is only the arrangements. These are all facilities which will make your life simple. For example, if you have a car, that will be better than bike. A bike is better than bicycle. A bicycle is better than walking. So these things are external arrangements. And since that gives you a lot of freedom, a lot of space to do something else, you use that. But ultimately, only human being is capable of evolving to become a universe, from a human being to the entire being. So once if you can relate with that, once you can touch that point, the source of creation within you, through meditation and yoga and through sadhanas, once you become a part of that universal consciousness and your being, so both are connected together. Actually, this is now whatever I am telling you is only the theory part. But once you start experiencing it, then that is the ultimate. Then there is no going back. Then that is the biggest, that is the great possibility for a human being. Because only we have three things. One is our memory, one is the awareness, one is the imagination. So these three things. Other creatures don't have that kind of vivid sense of memory, excellent sense of imagination, and ant doesn't have. So we, as a human being, we have evolved. It took millions of years for us to just stand in two legs and evolve this kind of brain. So the entire brain is utilized only to create crores and bungalows and makans. Then it's a waste of time. So you should draw a line between what you want, what you need, and what you need not. So that line, it's very difficult for people to understand. I cannot decide for Sanyan what is your need line and what is your, want line. So for me to understand every day, to understand where I stand and what is my progress, that is what is motivating me. So am I little bit joyful, loving than yesterday? That is what is motivating me. I just check, because success is measured in terms of your happiness. That's what I feel. If miserable people become like this, gloomy, then we can understand, because he failed and he's gloomy. But successful people become miserable, then it's a big loss for the country, because success doesn't come easy. You have worked very hard. I have worked very hard all these years to become at least successful to this level. And then if my face is like this, because I see some other people making Ferrari, buying other 2-3 bungalow, when I am considering, I am comparing with him. If he can do that, why can't I do it? Then getting into the competition, these things are sickness. It is not success. I'm just telling you my personal this thing. So you don't have to have a competition to become successful. You have to have a perspective of blossoming yourself, because an ant need not become an elephant. An ant will evolve a better ant. An elephant will evolve a better elephant. You need not compare with anybody else. So what makes me motivated is that, yes, if I can make something better in me, so that I am becoming more joyful, peaceful, and loving than yesterday, then I consider myself very successful, very, very successful. And I'm trying to be one among those people. And your second question, I forgot. You asked me something else.
What is your daily schedule?
Daily routine. Daily routine that's a good question if I ask you. So usually what I do, 4:30 I get up. So 4:30 I get up, and then some small schedules, and then by 4:45 I get into the sadhana and things like that. It takes 1 hour for me. So by 5:45 I am ready for the world. And I would recommend a book called 5 a.m. That is a good book actually. 5 a.m. club. So if you can be one among those 5 a.m. club, then definitely there is a chance, because you can control the entire day. You can get into your hands. You can take it in your hands. Your control will be much better. Your reflections will be much better. Your clarity will become much better. And you can do a lot of things, taking your own time. You can correct your sadhanas. You can correct your meditation. What are techniques at least 15 minutes you invest in yourself, in this machine. So once this machine is right, then the entire world is right. Especially you will not get into the madness. That's what I'm trying to, at least that you can avoid. And you can invest all your energies in one point, because it is always good to keep your mind, emotion, energy, and body should be in alignment. So this helps you in a better way, especially when you are mingling with so many people. People are at different levels. No, if I am driving 14 legs, means 14 organizations. 14 organizations, 14 leaders are at different stages. So you have to jiggle between, and definitely you are going to failure. Definitely. It's a question of failing from one failure to another failure without losing your enthusiasm. So because you are an idol, you cannot jiggle like that with people. It's very difficult. So for at least you should have some balance. So I use that, and once after 8 o'clock, 8:30, then I am on the field, because we cannot say what I will do, because rest of the days are planned by my people only. So in fact, in my hands, in the morning hours are only there. Whenever I get time, then 10 minutes if I get, I go to a book, or I also watch social media, I browse, everything I do. But I make sure that in a day I do this. And if I get time, now for 3 months, I have scheduled my time in such a way that I go for badminton coaching. After that, I can maintain it in the morning time. I can go to a court and I can start playing. But before that, I want to get the grip right and things like that, because at that time it was not available. Now you can see everything is in YouTube. And if I have a living coach also, then quickly you can this thing. So next 3 months, 9 to 11, my Hindi speaking course is there, and 4 to 4:30. These 30 minutes I have Zoom calls. That's why today I will leave early, 4 to 4:30, because I'm not moving out like earlier this thing for 3 months. So 4:30 is for Zoom time. 5 o'clock I will go to the coach for shuttle this thing. Then I come back. If I get time, I will go to gym in the evening. In a week, at least 3 or 4 days, I will go for a gym if I am staying in my home, because gym is very near, in 1 kilometer distance. So these are my, there's nothing special about it. Whenever I get time, I will read, and before every day, I will have one book with me. So one more book I would like to suggest to you: Atomic Habits by Mr. Clark. It's a wonderful book, because even if you don't go to gym, at least you tie your shoe and then walk 2 or 3 steps, because your mind is in that way, because you will start a neural pathway so that you can create a habit, because ultimately your life is decided by not by your habits. You decide your habits, and habits decide your destiny. So if you want to shape as a network marketer, then you should be prepared to do online and offline both. You have to run around, and plus in the evening you have to come back, and again all the trainings and gyans you can give through online, and recognition and relationship you can build through offline. This is what I do right now. So it has become hectic. Earlier, at least by the evening when we come back, we could have relaxed, but now we have more things in our pipeline, because for recognition, Zoom recognition will not give that much of impact. So we go there and hug people, we share a tea or a cup of coffee, we build our relationship, we give credits to people, we clap, and then we give trainings and meetings. We do generally all these things we do. These things evolved, nothing big about it. As you move forward, automatically the environment will give you a lot of opportunity to improve. So you will learn. Zoom, I learned everything we learned now. So even now in the process, I don't know all the functions of Zoom also. As and when it requires, it will evolve. I think I have given I have replied your question.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir.
I would recommend starting early, no doubt about it, because that is the only hours left out for you. Otherwise, the team will swallow you. If you are seriously into this network marketing, then you have to hug thousands of people. I have more than 3,500 people around me. So that gives you a lot of satisfaction. At the same time, a lot of discipline has to be there. At least 2 months program you should schedule. At least 8 weeks program you should be ready with you. Otherwise, nothing happens. I am talking about talking about the growth. I am talking about, otherwise I can retire, no problem. But we don't feel like retiring, because this is something fun. This is a fun now. I love people, and I love talking to them, meeting them.
Yes.
Most of the time I am taking coffee from their home only. So it's not, I am losing nothing, gaining. different taste, different coffee, different food. I'm enjoying from other people. That is a kind of, you will be very rich in your relationship. I'm telling you. The richness is in terms of number of people you could touch.
Okay, so another question we have is from Mr. Sharath. And so Sharath, if you can ask your question, please.
Sir, namaste.
Namaste.
I'm from Bangalore, sir.
You are from Bangalore. Okay.
Yeah, my name is Sharath. Okay. So from past 18 years, I'm into direct selling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you are from Kerala. And yeah, sir, I want to know about something related to direct selling industry in Kerala. So I heard that many people are saying in Kerala, network marketing is not legal, and some people are saying network marketing is legal for particular Kerala rules and regulations. It have its own government, and they will monitor the rules and regulations, and then only it is legal. Some people are telling like that. I want clarity from you, because from scratch you are in network marketing from past so many years.
Correct. No, it was a very,
Yeah.
as you rightly said, I think Rajasthan, Andhra, and Kerala.
And
These three
Kerala,
states
yeah.
suffered a lot, and out of that, I think Kerala suffered maximum because all of us were in jail.
Maximum, yeah. Yeah.
Now nobody could. They spared nobody. I lost my
Yes.
jobs also at that point of time. I was heading a training department for MTS at one point of time. So I was,
Yeah.
I went into a meeting and I started talking about network marketing and its advantages. And people, simply 2-3 people got up and they said, all of you are arrested who are in the podium. Podium in the sense, the meeting space. Whoever is sitting there, all of you are arrested. And
Yeah.
they didn't ask anything. It was on a Sunday. We were all caught by the police. We were taken to SP office, Superintendent of Police office, where we were asked to stand for another 10 hours. By the time and they recorded arrest in the night instead of morning, because there is a law that if you are arrested within 24 hours, you should be taken to the court by the police people. So in order to avoid the regular court timing, they recorded it as a night, and then so that they have the privilege of taking us to the house of the magistrate. So 99.9% case, magistrate will not take any decision in his house. He will say that, okay, baad mein. So he will sign. So when he takes time, we will enjoy it in jail. So that is the plan of police people that point of time. And then they will release it to the media. So we have caught another set of people. Now the leader is Vinod Namboothiri.
Yeah.
A new person has come to loot money from the public. So that. So now I am, at that point of time, I felt like committing suicide. If not for if I had not undergone 7 habits training, if I had not undergone NLP training, if I had not, if I were not a trainer myself, my God, my life would have changed. I would have gone to the dark side, because once you get into the filth, then you will become the filth now. So that is that is very natural for people. Either you run away or you become the ugly part of it. Life. It was very difficult. 10 days it took me to come out of, even to get a bail. And when I was in the, when I was in that, sub jail, because it's a remanded one, because you are only, we call in Malayalam Kuttaropidan. That means you are an accused. You are not a criminal. You are not this thing. But even as an accused, we find very difficult, because we never get an opportunity to go out of the jail. Only in the morning for taking bath, evening also I have 5 minutes. After that, you are sitting in a place with 24-30 people. Even the murderers got bail in 2-3 days. Even the murderers who killed at a stretch 2-3 people, he got bail in 2 days. But when my case is presented in the court, later I came to know, because I was in the jail, my family people were pleading to the judge. Then he is looking at it. Okay, it's a big network. Okay, network. Okay, so it's a network crime. So many more complaints may come later. So till that time, we cannot leave these people, because now it's only the edge of the iceberg. So that was the kind of situation in Kerala. But the good thing is that since around 5 lakh people were involved in that, we could pressurize the government to make them sensitive that the first draft came from Kerala only. The guidelines between a good company and bad company started coming from Kerala. That is very natural now. whoever has got maximum pressure, they will become the torchbearers later. So you will find good networkers from Kerala, because we have gone through all these struggles.
Yes.
So legal
Okay.
struggle, when police,
So
the
now
perception.
how is the situation, sir? Like now
Now
everything
it is
fine,
everything
like,
is same. Now everything is same because of the media. Now technology is also improved. People can understand. We can make people understand that these are things happening outside the world, and now it's very easy. Earlier it was not so. Nobody was tuned to this industry. Nobody took care of this industry. It's only a fraction now.
Yes, yes.
But in Kerala, a state like Kerala, where we
now
don't have
it is legal to work.
now everything is safe, and now things have improved. I would say things have really improved, and we have enough social proof right now. Now people can actually definitely work in Kerala. You are in a misconception, because now there is no difference. Now we don't face any bigger challenges than elsewhere in the country. Only thing, perception is different, because here educated ignorant people are more in Kerala. Let me tell you, educated idiots.
Yes, yes. Super. Thank you.
Even a coconut climber has got a post graduation in Kerala. Even a auto rickshaw driver has a PhD in Kerala. So what happens is that these people are frustrated.
I plan to come Cochin. Yeah, I have planned to come Cochin. Okay, so
you will learn many things.
yeah, definitely, sir. Definitely. Thank you.
So there is no problem in Kerala as such. We are as open as any other state right now. So I now when I look back, I would say these things became a very, very big opportunity for me for the transformation. These things really made very strong Vinod Namboothiri. So I went through these things, and personal life also. Even my wife left me, thinking that I am mad, because she felt that I will become gazetted officer when I started working in a government department. Then I left the government department and I started working for private jobs. She was not happy. So private jobs, she felt that I will become somebody like CEO and things like that. She never expected me to quit that job and became full-timer with this. So many things now. You cannot convince everybody in the world. But that also proved to be successful, because somebody from my network married me. When I say very simply like this, but you can see the network, how it takes care of us in every aspect of our life. I don't have to show anything. Years together, somebody is watching us. Then we share our values, we share our life. And now when I look back, everything happened for a good thing. Everything happened for a good thing. And I am living now blissfully with my wife. My child opted to stay with me, so I have no problem with that. My mother was there, so we are living a blissful life. Thanks to Sadhguru, thanks to Modi Care, thanks to the fellow passengers, thanks to Almighty. Everything is. I have everything what I wanted. It is not a complacence I am talking about. I love working, and let God decides, because Sadhguru always says, don't limit yourself. You do whatever you can do. Whatever you cannot do, you leave it. Whatever you can do, are you doing it in your maximum best possible way? Because that is what is needed now. If it is a precious life for you, invest in something which you feel it's serious for you. Even after 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, when you look back, whatever you do right now should have some relevance now. So I hope that the direct selling course that you are doing right now definitely will have a relevance, because biological potential is 130 years. If you take care of your body, mind, and everything properly, you can live up to 130 years. Even now, the lifespan is increasing day by day. So average life expectancy during 1947 was only 45 years in India. Now it is 70 years, 70. 1 out of 5 people is crossing 100 years. So you people have a better opportunity than me, than any of us, for that matter. So plan accordingly. Whatever you do right now, after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, when you look back, some should have some relevance. Invest your life in that. If your life is useless, then throw it somewhere. No problem. If you think that your life is precious, and I'm sure that your life is precious, then So network marketing is such an industry. Direct selling is such a great course. I am doing my PhD even at the age of 50, thinking that I will cross another 50 years waiting for me so that I can impart all the knowledge and experience that I have got to people like you. I'm so excited about it. That makes me ticking. That makes me ticking every day. That I'm so happy, because if you are in this industry, your life graph will never come down like a retired employee life, product life cycle. You would have studied in your BCom, or you would have studied in your management, that growth, maturity, decline, that curve, so that curve will never happen in our life. We will have a very, very, very smooth, and the day you die will be the biggest point, the highest point in your career graph. I think I have motivated you enough.
Yeah, it's an inspiration. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So great, Vinodji. So fortunate to have you back, and your life is a living testimony of like whatever happens for good. And just to like update you, so Mr. Sharath, who was asking these questions from you, so he's a author of 3 books. He also has a channel of his own, YouTube channel, wherein he educates people on network marketing industry, and it is in Kannada, I guess, right? So I was telling him about you, that you also have a channel, and you
Yes.
You also have like great fan following across southern part of India. So so happy to hear, and so happy to see some of our older, so first batch students. So we can see Sarita ji is there, Sheikh is there, Sweetie is there. So a warm hi to all of you, right? As for our other students, and I hope all of you enjoyed today's talk. It's unfortunate that we just have 1 hour to speak.
Anytime I am okay with that, and please call me.
Just to let everyone know that Vinod ji is a wonderful singer, right? And we never knew about that quality of him. And when he came to Conclave, he like mesmerized the audience with some great songs. And he is not so fluent in Hindi when he speaks, but when he sings, so he can sing like as well as anybody. Like you'll think that you have some Bollywood guy singing. So whenever we next meet, so we'll have a few songs from you, Vinod ji, right?
Sure. And, I love singing songs, especially Kishore Kumar numbers with the karaoke, and I do pretty good. I know that I'm good in that, because my second language was Hindi only. In graduation also, I took my second language Hindi. Pre-degree also second language Hindi. 10th standard I had scored 47 out of 50. So Hindi I could score very well, but बोलने का मौका नहीं मिलता. So that
आपको पूरा मौका देंगे आप. So just like
कोशिश करूंगा हिंदी में बोलने का कोशिश जरूर करूंगा.
6 महीने के बाद आपको पूरा मौका मिलेगा. So thank you very much. I know it's already past 4 o'clock. So thank you very much for sparing time, Vinod ji, and we look forward to having you again, and specifically in person. Whenever you are in northern part of India, please do come to us. And
definitely, right? I would love to be with you in this journey, and whenever you feel like calling me, please call me. Don't look at once in a month or nothing like that. If somebody is absent, make me in that position, no problem. I am always at your call. I would love to, because I should thank you for allowing me to talk to you. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So thank you everyone, and bye-bye. And special thanks to Vinod ji for sparing time. Thank you. Bye-bye everyone. Have a great day. Bye.